They're picking up the action here in the second period after I had to go and do the novice game. Quick shot on net. There's a stop there from the North Durham goalie. Right here we have the minor Adam A. Toros taking on North Durham. And I believe I was told that McNevin had the first goal for the Toros. So we'll take a draw as we just started period number 2. That's going to get kept in from the line. Trying to get a shot through. Kept out of front. Quick shot out of front. And a big stop there. Dwyer was out in front of the net for the opportunity to sweep that puck. And it was caught there right in front of the net. Dwyer's not going to get a better opportunity than that. Right out in front of the goal for the one-timer. But it was a nice stop there from the North Durham goalie to keep it at 1-0. McNevin will take another draw off to the left of the goal. Dwyer's trying to help him out. North Durham come up with a loose puck with number 76 up through center. Number 76 trying to get around the check. Throws it at the net. Quick shot and they score! North Durham have tied things up on a one-timer on that 2-on-1. He made his way around the defender, threw it at the front, and the one-timer made it past the goaltender and make it 1-1. So now the Toros have to regroup after that. Leg's going to take the draw. Moving it up through center. Knocked down by number 91. Swept back into the zone and behind the net. Right back in behind the goal. Number 77 is getting guarded on by Gardner. Late pass for Holshup. Hopped over his stick. Holshup couldn't go with the puck as Baker was trying to help him out. Holshup is still digging away at it for North Durham. And now the opportunity to try and shoot it now was Wytwinski, who goes into the corner. Brendan Wytwinski tried to throw it out of front for Leg. Quick shot. Gardner whacked away at it. Goes into the corner for Leg. Leg uses the boards back down low as he tries to walk it out of front for Wytwinski. Wytwinski tries from the side. Stop there out of front. And we got a player out of front of the net as the North Durham goalie got fell on out in front of the net. Still made that key stop. Keep it at 1-1. It's going to be a draw coming off to the right of the goal. And it's going to be a coincidental minors, number 91 and Wytwinski are going to go to the box. Davis Saxena is going to take the draw here for the Toros. Off to the right of the North Durham goal. Now win that draw. Backhand shot from Saxena. Knocked down by number 22 out of front. Foreman tried to keep it in. It hopped over the stick. Trying to go back in his own net now. As that goes up into the North Durham bench. And out of play. But it has number 88 for North Durham taking the draw. Coming up through center now. Oh, pass. Went over the stick there of Saxena as he tries to get it. And now it's knocked out Scott right here in front of us. No, it's knocked out Scott. Getting away from Patone. Trying to get a shot away. Knocks out Scott. Goes to the face-off circle. Throws it in front and went over the stick of Saxena out in front. And the chance to clear it now was Stover. Got taken off his feet by Van Reenen. And it's knocked out Scott. It's going to tip it in for Saxena. Drop it off for Adam Foreman into the zone. Foreman backhand shot. Stop there out in front. As the North Durham goalie stayed right with Adam Foreman on that backhand and made the stop. Keeps it at 1-1. Draw coming off to the left of the goal. It's going to be McNevin to take the draw. Trying to win it. And number 76 gets the opportunity to clear. That's not getting out. Eric Forden from the line shot. And that took a bounce out in front. And it was a blocker stop by the North Durham goalie. Still digging away at it was Gorham. Getting it there for Dwyer with a shot. Rolled him right on goal. And again got stopped there by the North Durham goalie. He stopped Dwyer a couple of times, including that first opportunity of the second period when he was right point blank. So Dwyer's looking to get himself a little bit of redemption maybe before the end of the game. McNevin at center. Late pass up as they try and get around. Foden at the line. That's not going to work. Late pass as Dwyer tries to get to it. Dwyer throws it at the net. That gets steered aside easily in behind the North Durham net. They go for a late pass up through center. Picked up there by number 76 who turns it over to Eric Foden who lost his footing. Back into the zone they go. Number 10 will dump it down the ice. Ryan Lee's the only one back there for the Toros. trying to hold off a 2-on-1 as that goes behind the net. Coincidental minor should almost be over to number 91 and Rytwinski. Looked like it might have been a Toros penalty as the North Durham goalie started to come out of his net, trying to throw it out in front, and we get a whistle out in front of the goal on that wraparound, so looks like it might be a face-off coming off to the left of the goal. It's going to be number 19 to take the draw here for North Durham. Toros forgot how many men they had on the ice, and now we're ready to go. Leg gets kicked out from the draw though, and now it'll be Gardner who takes it. Brock Gardner lost the puck, trying to get to the loose puck now to Saxena. David Saxena from center, tried to get around the check, sweeps it past Baker into the corner. Gardner's going to be the first one in there, trying to come around the board. Top down by Leg. Leg fires it behind the net as they try Gardner in behind the goal. Brock Gardner with a wraparound, scores! Gardner on the wraparound and behind the net was able to beat the North Durham goalie off to the right and make it 2-1 in favor of the Toros. A quick wraparound by Gardner as he wrapped it into the open net to make it 2-1. Snotzel Scott moves it up through center for Saxena. Snotzel Scott gets it again, getting up there with Foreman. Snotzel Scott with a shot. There's a glove hand stop there by the North Durham goalie, and he holds on to it. Jaw up to the left. That's going behind the net for Baker as he tries to find a lane. Coming around the boards to get kept in by Zachary Colton with a shot. Tipped out in front by Foreman, and it's a right pad stop out of front. Number 25 with a lead pass broken up at center. Nice play to break that one up from Best. That goes in behind the net. And we're going to get a penalty coming up here. We'll see who the culprit's going to be. Nobody wants to go to the box. It is going to be a penalty for tripping. Just who's going to get it? That's the question. It is going to go to Noah Snotzel Scott of the Toros. And a drop coming off to the right of the Toros goal. So after the goal by Gardner, it's an opportunity to try and tie things up here for North Durham. As they try and fire that shot, kept in by number 87 from the line. His shot is going to get blocked out in front by David Saxena, who starts the rush. Saxena from center, trying to get around the check. Finally lost it there due to the North Durham player. And now Van Reenen from center ice will turn it over to number 11, Patton. Patton into the zone. In over the blue line there for North Durham. Patton tries to chip it in behind the net. Van Reenen will take it behind the goal. As the Toros try and find a lane to get it out. Kept in by number 87 from the line. Blocked out in front. Nice play there out in front to block that shot. Using the boards to try and get it out. They tried for a late pass for Foreman that got broken up. Again, out of the reach of Foreman. Adam Foreman trying to turn on the Jets for a short-handed opportunity. Gets swept aside, past McNevin down the ice, and now picked up in his own end by Van Reenen, trying to find a lane to get it out of there. It's in behind the net as they try and get it out there and find a lane. Can't get it out. Another thrown at the net that got blocked there by Van Reenen. Simon Van Reenen trying to get the puck out of the zone as it stuck it in front there for number 3, and he couldn't shoot it on the forehand. And we got a collision in behind the net, and luckily it didn't end in anything major as the Toros player makes his way back to his feet. That was Van Reenen who went into the boards awkwardly. And it is going to be a penalty coming up here to North Durham. It's going to be Hayworth that's going to the box for North Durham. So in 35 seconds, the Toros are going to get a power play. And then it'll be a power play for 1:15, I believe. Clyde at center. Clyde almost turned over there to Gorham at center. Davis Gorham trying to stay on the loose puck as that one gets fired in wide. Right in on net to make the stop. Another draw off to the right of the goal as they try and find a lane to dump it out. Gorham with a nice move. Davis Gorham coming up there with a shot off, blocked out of front as he was going up there with Dwyer. Number 10, number 19, sorry, up there for number 26, he picks it up. Number 26 swept off his stick as Lee was able to come back and sweep it away from him. Stuck there in the corner as they try and find a lane to get it out. Then behind the net, the Toros try and find a lane to get that out of there, and they're going to lead it up through center. Led in by Dwyer. Dwyer trying to get away from Bogg. Back to the line for Lee. Ryan Lee has the puck there at the face-off circle, trying to get around the check. Lee is going to try and go back to the line, but he got guarded there by number 94. Nicely in behind the net. Kept in at the line. Nice play. Shot there from Gardner. Right pad stop out in front. Knocked down by Legg again. Ethan Legg picks it in behind the net. As it comes around the boards, Ryan Lee is going to try and pinch in, but it got swept past him. And now Eric Borden picks it up in his own end with a lead pass for Gardner. Too far out of his reach. Can't get it past Gardner again. Clyde on the loose puck. Turned over there to Rydwinski. Toros trying for the extension on their lead. Throwing at the net. And that one couldn't get tipped in front by Gardner as it just rolled in on net for the North Durham goalie to make the easy stop. So with 5:39 left to go here in the second period, the Toros are up by a goal on the lead goal by Brock Gardner here in the second period. Big face-off off to the right of the North Durham goal. Kept in by Zachary Colton with a shot. Tipped out of front. Didn't make it through. Gardner trying for the rebound out of front. Just got fired wide of the goal. Gardner was right out in front and just swept it wide. Throwing it in front for Gardner again, but the pass isn't going to reach him as it just rolls in on net for another shot on goal for the North Durham goalie to gather up for another face-off, which will take place off to the right of the goal. Davis Saxena is going to take it. Saxena tried to win it for Snockdale Scott as it gets backhanded into the corner. Number 77 got pressured on by Snockdale Scott as number 88, Stover, comes up through center. Stover going up there with Hayworth. Stover's shot. That goes wide of the net. And into the corner and back to the line. Trying to get a shot through from the face. From the blue line, gets tipped out in front wide of the net. Then behind the goal, as they try and stuff it out in front, he comes around the other side as he had Hayworth sitting out in front, but the pass didn't make it to him. Sweeps it away. Adam Foreman on the loose puck. Foreman into the zone. Trying to get around Robertson, but Robertson knocked him off the puck. And now Robertson will take it back in his own end. Nice defensive play there by Robertson to knock off. Now Preston Best on the loose puck. Best with a shot. Caught there by the North Durham goalie, who's going to hold it for another face-off. That draw comes off to the right with a quick shot. That goes wide of the net. Around the boards that goes. Trying to move it up through center now is Stover. Stover trying to get away from McNevin. They try and get to the loose puck. Getting it up there for Dwyer, went over his stick. Number 11 trying to get away. His shot made it through a maze of players. Late pass up there for Dwyer. Trying to split the D is Dwyer. And he got taken off his feet. And now number 88 with a lead pass for number 25 coming up into the zone. Number 25 sweeps it into the corner as they try and find a lane up there for Gorham. Davis Gorham trying to dig it out from the feet there in the corner. Then behind the net there for number 88 to try and throw it out of front. Tapped in from the line for number 11 with a shot from McCoy. Or sorry, that was Patton. Kicked out of front. Stopped there out of front of the goal. Rebound out of front. And somewhere in the crease area, it gets swept aside. Tapped in by number 11 from the line. And now they come up through center with Dwyer. Dwyer and Gorham into the zone. Maddox Dwyer into the zone with a shot. And there's a stop there from the North Durham goalie, who hangs on to it again for another face-off. Toros have had their chances here in the second period to extend their lead, but they've still got a 2-1 lead after the goal by Gardner early here in the second period. Quick shot for Gardner. Brock Gardner out in front as he tries the other side, the side that helped them score. Back to the line for Ryan Lee with a shot off the post. And Lee, shot from the line, rang the iron in behind the North Durham goalie. Lee's going to keep it in again. Number 2 tries to backhand it out. Throwing it at the goal again. Gardner trying to dig that puck free from amongst the players. Radczynski throws it out front for Gardner, and it hit the side, and that backhand shot goes wide from the leg. Oh, Toros. Brock Gardner on the loose puck. Back to the line for Eric Bowden. Bowden a shot. Can't make it through a screen, as it's just going to roll wide of the net. Ethan Legg tries to throw it out of front, and Radczynski taken down in front of the ref. No penalty on the call. Ryan Lee tried to hold it in, as that goes to the other side. Picked up there by Bowden, who sweeps it back into the zone. They try to find a lane past number 76, who turns it over. Ryan Lee with a backhand up through center. Here they come into the zone with Adam Foreman trying to get away. Foreman's got to get around number 94 in the corner. Foreman lost his footing. Goes behind the net for Gardner. Out in front, over the stick there. Out in front from Davis Saxena. Throwing it at the net there was Borden as it goes behind the net. Gardner throwing it in front. Quick shot for Adam Foreman. Rebound shot. Foreman can't bang it in at the side of the net. What an opportunity there for Adam Foreman. He had a couple of opportunities. Couldn't bury it into the open goal. Tapped in there by Borden. Eric Borden, high stick down. Foreman's going into the corner. Adam Foreman on the loose puck with a nice move. Got David Saxena out in front. Gonna take it himself, throw it out in front. Nice play as David Saxena is out in front. Trying for a couple whacks away at it, and it got stopped there by the North Durham goalie. We are in the last minute of play. We're actually 101 away from the last minute. So a draw is going to come off to the right of the goal. Saxena tries to win it, throw it at the net. And now there it is. There's the correct call. Now we are in the last minute of play of the second period. David Saxena back down low for Foreman. Was out of his reach as Adam Foreman still digging away at it. Trying to get it out in front. Knocked away by number 22, chips it out at center. Picked up there by Zachary Colton, trying to chip it back into the zone. Toros trying to keep their 2-1 lead to the third. Snottel Scott, or maybe even more. Nice play by Saxena to keep that onside. Snottel Scott picks it behind the goal. Throwing it out in front, it hit the side of the net. 20 seconds left. Backhand out. Coming up through center is Holshoff. Holshoff trying to start a 2-on-1. Holshoff looked like he might have been offside there at the line as that's going behind the net. Trying to get that lane to dump it up through center is Foreman, and he'll dump it the rest of the ice. That'll do it for the second period of this game. The Toros are up by a goal, trying to hang on for a victory over North Durham. Shot coming up there at center, one there by Barnett, and goes back into the zone. Van Reenen will pick it up in his own end. He's going to take it in behind the net. Try for the lead pass. Genioli's helping him out on the other side. Now Davis Gorham gets the opportunity to clear. Can't get it past Kirkwood, along with Burnett, who's digging away at the loose puck. Here comes Genioli. Genioli couldn't go with the puck at center as it goes back into the zone for Simon Van Reenen. Van Reenen looking for a lane. And that goes over the stick of number 11. Trying to catch up to it was Dwyer, and it got swept off its stick. Number 88 on the loose puck, trying to get into the zone. He's going to drop it back to the line and get picked off there by Dwyer. Dwyer can't clear it out past the line as number 11 held it in. Fires it in behind the net. First one there is Genioli trying to get it out. Moves it up through center for Gorham. Ginioli tried for that lead pass for Dwyer, but it got taken off his feet. 3-on-2 the other way. Led in by North Durham as they go for a shot. Can't get it through screen. Another shot. That goes wide of the net. And maybe Boyle might have got his stick on that. Trying to find a lane up there for Gorham. Gorham's got to get it past Kirkwood into the zone. Number 89, Stover. Leg can't clear it out. And that'll be Van Reenen clearing it up through center for Dwyer. Dwyer trying to get away from number 94, who's got some speed, moving it to the other side for Kirkwood. And Leg tries to chip it in. End of the zone comes number 88, Burnett. And he got stood up there by Ginioli as that goes in wide. Pass went over the stick there of Brock Gardner back into the Toros end. And North Durham's number 10 is going to take it behind the net. Get followed in behind the goal by Ethan Legg. Toros trying to keep it in there. There's number 2 up in the zone. Number 2. Quick shot, thrown at the net. That just missed the left side. Rajczynski trying to get rid of it. Gets over the stick there, Bois. Ethan Legg into the zone with Gardner. Getting the pass there for Brock Gardner into the zone. Gardner in. Stopped there by Schmidt with a big stop. Schmidt is able to keep this game at 2-1 as he stops Brock Gardner this time. It'll be a draw coming off to the left of the goal. Trying to win it and go back to the line. Quick shot. That doesn't make it through as they hit a North Durham player right in front. They try and find a lane to get it past Ryan Lee. And Lee held him up at center. Coming up into the zone comes number 2. Trying to go to the backhand shot. Thrown at the net. Tipped wide of the goal. He had deflection on his mind and tipped it wide of the net. Saxena with a lead pass. Right under the tip of Foreman. This leads to a 2-on-1. Foreman trying to get away. And he got just enough of the step, but he lost the puck. Might have got held up a little bit by the defenseman as Foreman tried to get past the defenseman for an opportunity. It's up there in the corner as they try and dig it away from number 91 in that right corner. Ryan Lee picked off pass. Coming back the other way comes number 76, who's going to dump it down the ices. Ryan Lee guarded him well, and Doucette could just dump it in behind the net. Lee, who almost had the insurance goal in the second period, he had Schmidt beat, but he rang it off the left post and stayed out. Knocked out Scott with a lead pass. Foreman with a nice play to chip it up. Schmidt's going to come out to play it. Leave it in behind the goal. Adam Foreman, fearless, goes in behind the net, trying to throw it in front of the goal. Picked away there by number 77, who's going to ring it around the boards. Captain by Zachary Colton at the line. Colton again tries to keep it in. That again is going to get broken up at center by Preston Best, who's going to chip it back in to the North Durham end. Colton back in his own end, trying to move it up there through center for Gardner. Brock Gardner along with McNevin. McNevin picks it up. Gorham with a nice play to stay onside. Braden McNevin looking for his second of the game. Stopped there by the goaltender Schmidt, who stayed level with him to make the stop. Around the boards, kept there by Preston Best from the line. Shot doesn't make it through. Best again tries to keep it in. Gets swept aside down the ice. Zachary Colton picks it up in his own end. Colton looks for a lane to chip it out. Nice play by Gardner. Gardner along with McNevin over there at the blue line. Picked up at center by Colton, but the pass was in the feet there of Davis Gorham. Picked up there by number 22 from North Durham. Tried to get around Preston Best, and Preston Best stood him up at center. Best from his own end with a lead pass over the stick of McNevin and picked off. Here comes Doucette or Hostin into the zone, and it's offside. A draw. This gets won by the Toros in their own end. Ginioli tries to find a way to get it past Kirkwood, and he will get it up there for Ethan Legg. Legg trying to get up there for Ginioli. I don't think Boyle has faced any shots here in the Toros goal here, but he faced quite a bit in the second period. He came up with some big stops when the Toros took the lead at 2-1, so He did his part in the second period. That one goes down the net and right in on goal for Schmidt to make the stop. As again we get entertained by music from DJ Skip here in the game. That goes behind the net. Trying to ring it around the boards and get that out. That tries to go back to the line for Ginioli. Ginioli's going to dump it right back where it came from into the North Durham end as number 10 tries to dig it free. Out of that scrum, it goes in behind the net. And the opportunity to come out for Schnockdale Scott, but the pass didn't make its way through to him. And now the opportunity to go with it and a backhand to get it up. They're coming up through center. Let in by number 89, taken off his stick as Stover was taken down. The pass goes over the tape there of Saxena, who's going to catch up to the puck. Davis Saxena is leading it in with a shot. That goes wide of the net. It's in behind the goal, and they try and stuff it out in front. That's not going to go anywhere as it gets in behind the net. Around the board there for number 22 to try and find a lane. Number 22, or 26, my apologies, in over the blue line. Kirkwood can't shoot the puck. There's another opportunity to shoot. Nice toe drag shot going wide of the net. Trying to throw it out in front is number 89. He's got a man out in front, went over the stick of Stover out in front of the goal. Or that could have been problems. Kept in at the line by number 91, Robertson shot. That got blocked out in front. Robertson again is going to try and hold the line as he took Adam Foreman down. Still got a pass up there for McNevin. McNevin is going to get taken wide and behind the goal. Brady McNevin with some nice moves, still with the loose puck. Back to the line for Ginioli, who rolls it in for an easy stop there from Schmidt. Steers it into the corner where Dwyer picks it up. Throwing it at the net, trying to backhand it away. Everybody's trying to get it through the feet there. It's going to be another North Durham penalty up here for hooking. It's going to go. Going to see who's going to get the gate. It is going to be number 91, Robertson, for the hook. So it'll be his second penalty in a row for North Durham. And this one, the Toros are going to try and have to click on to get the insurance they're looking for. Face off to the right of Schmidt. A draw that gets one. Back to the line. Trying to get a shot through his lead. And it doesn't make its way to the net as it hit his own player. Saxena at front, and it's in behind the goal. Dwyer at the front, wide of the net. That had one-timer written all over it and just fired wide. He just tapped it wide of the right post. That goes past Borden at center. Ryan Lee picks it up, comes up into the zone, gets around the check with a shot. Caught there easily by Schmidt, who holds on for another draw. There's that face-off off to the left of Schmidt. Around the boards that goes. Kept in by the Toros, trying to bank pass out in front. That doesn't make it through. Back to the line for Borden with a shot. And that got blocked out in front. Eric Borden tried from the point shot. That got blocked out in front of the goal. Borden again tries to shoot it. Again, stand on that one. Didn't get all he wanted to on it. And North Durham will dump it down the ice. No penalty on the call. Toros power play. Ryan Lee takes it behind his own goal. Going for a late pass for Gardner. Went over his stick. Doucette trying to get to the loose puck as the pass is over his feet. Borden from his own end is going to lead it up through center. Left for leg. Over there for Rytwinski and over the blue line. Rytwinski with a drop pass. Quick shot. Left pad stop out of front. They're trying to bang in the rebound from the side of the goal. And it's in the net. The Toros take a 3-1 lead. I don't know who was the last one that was able to bang that in. I believe by the way he was celebrating, it might be Rytwinski. And look at all the Toros that are on the bench to celebrate. As there was a line change going on, so there was 10 Toros on the ice in that group huddle after they took the 3-1 lead. So my guess is going to go to Rytwinski on that goal just by the way he celebrated out in front of the net. Saxena in over the blue line, trying to start it in with a shot. Stopped there by Schmidt as he stopped the stop from Davis Saxena. Trying to turn around now, it's Knoxville Scott with a shot through a screen. Kept in by Preston Best from the blue line. Nice defensive play by him, but then turns it over to North Durham, who come in over the blue line, number 93. sweeps it back in behind the Toros net. Almost 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Toros got what they were looking for, the insurance goal out in front of the net. Again, I don't think Boyle has really faced a shot here in the second period. If he has, it's just been little rollers in on net. Zachary Colton trying to throw it in front. And Jackson's at the side of the net. There's a big stop there from Boyle. Boyle made that left pass stop there at the side of the net, and then the rebound looks like it might have been poked in, but I don't know how it didn't, but he poked it wide of the goal. Throwing it out in front as they tried to find a man from the slot area. Preston Best at the high pass at center. Knocked down by Saxena at center ice. Getting it up there for Gorham, and it's offside. A draw just outside, right here in front of us. The opportunity to come now is Kirkwood. Taken into the boards by Ginioli, and Gorham digging at it. Coming up into the zone now is Burnett with a backhand pass. Opportunity, fires it high and wide. He might not get a better opportunity than that. He'll have that shot and chance in his dreams tonight as he fired it just high over the crossbar. Davis Gorham from his own end, trying to get it around Kirkwood, along with Ginioli as he tries to tip it into the zone. Ginioli trying to dig away against Burnett, taking off his feet as they try and get in there with Ginioli and Gorham. Great pass up through center, trying to start a 3-on-2 breakaway. Takes a shot, and he scores! A bouncing shot, perfectly placed just outside the left post and past the glove of Boyle to make it 3-2. And North Durham aren't going away easily as they've answered the goal by Radwinski to stay right in this game. Toros still have 3:43 left to kill. Ethan Lego takes the draw at center. So it looks like we're going to be in for a nail biter between these two clubs and this one. Number 19 trying to dig away at it against the captain, Ethan Legg. Radwinski with a nice pass. Getting up there for Scott. Gardner, my apologies. Gardner's in. Brock Gardner stopped there by Schmidt on the breakaway. As Gardner looked to answer with his second of the game, but that time Schmidt made the big stop and keeps us at a 1-goal game. Gardner sweeps it into the corner. Gardner throws it in front. There wasn't anybody there to convert on that one-time pass. Coming up through center. Trying to get around the check with some nice moves around Bowden. Knocked down there by Ryan Lee. It's a 3-on-2 the other way with Lee. Ryan Lee with a pass up there for Gardner, but it was out of his reach as he tried to chip it past the defenseman. Gardner with some nice moves. He's going to chip it in. Ryan Lee will be on the loose puck versus number 19 who throws it out of front just out of the reach of Jackson. And Boyle kind of reacting to that as well when went out of his reach. Up there for Adam Foreman. Foreman trying to start the rush from his own end. Adam Foreman, nice move. Throwing it at the net. And it just was wide of the goal. Trying to bang away at the side. Went wide. Kept in at the line. Nice play by Eric Bowden. Bowden a shot. Doesn't make it through to the net. Adam Foreman will be on the loose puck. Foreman trying to throw it out in front as it's in behind the goal. Taking off his speed in behind the net. Picked up at center. Fans on that pass. And up through center they come with number 2. Number 2 with a shot. That goes wide of the net. Taken in behind the goal. 1:45 left. Up there for Adam Foreman. Foreman from center. Coming up into the zone with a drop pass for Snotsell Scott. Snotsell Scott throws it at the net wide. Adam Foreman rebound. Can't fire it in as he tried to take that ricochet off the right board. Kept in by Ryan Lee from the line. Foreman shot. Stop there at the front. Snotsell Scott getting on the rebound. Trying to bounce it out in front of the goal. That's not going to happen. Throwing it again for Foreman. Just chipped wide of the net. As Adam Foreman had a couple opportunities on this shift. Snotsell Scott also out there trying to cause some damage. Back up the other way. 1:10 left to go. That's going to do it for Schmidt. Schmidt's going to the box for the extra attacker. And it's offside as Guido touches it up here, right here in front of us for North Durham. So they're going to try and work out the extra man plan as Schmidt goes to the box bench for the extra attacker. And it's going to be, I believe it's going to be timeout taken by North Durham. So we'll take a 30-second timeout with 1:01 left to go here as this one goes right down to the end. A draw just here in front of us. Toros trying to hang on to a 3-2 lead. There it is. Your last minute of play announcement over the PA system. Coming up through center. In over the blue line. Lost the puck to Davis Gorham. He's got an empty net to shoot at. Dumps it down. It's rolling on its edge down the ice and behind the goal. Gorham still digging away at the loose puck. We are going to get a penalty, I believe. And it's going to go to the Toros, so it's going to be a 6-on-4 for the hook. And it's going to be Dwyer that's going to the box. So now the Toros have to try and kill off a two-man. Two-manner now because it's a 6-on-4 with the extra man on the ice. But the one thing that is in their favor is they can dump it down the ice now without being penalized for icing. Preston Best at center, trying to get it around Burnett. Burnett in over the blue line, trying to start some damage. Takes it in behind the net, goes behind the goal, trying to chip it out. Kept in at the line by Robertson. He's not going to hold it in as it gets swept aside and down the ice. It comes off to the right side, picked up there by North Durham. They've got 20 seconds left to shoot it. Doucette Savage throws it in front, taken away there. Number 88 Burnett. On the backhand, throws it out of front. Blocked there by the Toros. They're trying to block anything that goes to the net against Boyle. Kept in from the line. Throwing it at the net. Right shot going wide. And that's going to do it. The Clarington Toros minor Adam A team are going to hold on for a big 3-2 victory over the North Durham Warriors. North Durham came on at the end, but couldn't find the tying marker as they had everybody out in front of the net trying to convert. And even the Toros defensemen were helping out Boyle, making sure that nothing was making its way through to him. And they also killed off that last penalty to Dwyer as well. So it's 2 more points that go in the bank for the minor Adam A Toros. 3-2 victory over the North Durham Warriors. And that evens the record for our broadcast today at 1 win and 1 win. We'll have 1 more game left to go. It'll be at 6:15 when your minor Pee Wee AA Toros face a pretty hot team in the Northumberland Nighthawks. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.